everybody, my name is Eric TheAwesomeGamer. Welcome to a new reaction series. Now, for any old subscribers that are out there, I actually did a reaction series in 2017, and I had to take it down because of Kappa. Now, we're starting a new one. Now, before we get started, be sure to leave your suggestions in the comment section below and make sure that they're copyright free with no music and including no copyrighted clips if you're trying to suggest a try not to laugh challenge video. But today we are reacting to 4 short true scary stories by Mr. Nightmare. If you guys want to check out this video, I'll leave, it's the second link in the description. The third link will be to Mr. Nightmare's channel. So be sure to go check those out. Now, let's go ahead and begin this reaction. 4 true scary stories by Mr. Nightmare.
It was a Friday or a Saturday night. I was pre-gaming with some friends at my apartment before going out to a bar in town. One of my friends called me over.
Late night drinking.
We were all pretty drunk, laughing and being loud with typical drunken banter. We got to the bar, and no line that night, surprisingly. At some point in the night, I asked for a girl's number who I'd been talking to. When I went into my pocket to get my phone, I realized I didn't have it on me. I checked all my pockets and confirmed this.
Let me
I tried retracing my steps in the bar and asked each bartender if someone turned in a phone. I didn't remember even using my phone the whole time I'd been out, though. I stepped outside the bar with one of my friends to use his phone to call mine. Someone picked up on the other end. I heard the fiddling of the phone. But they didn't say anything. I said, "Hi, where'd you find this phone?" Just breathing on the other end. I asked them if they were at the bar, but they hung up on me.
It's a killer!
I looked at my friend
Michael
and tried
Myers on
calling
the other end of that phone, that's for sure.
Straight to voicemail, though. I tried using Find My iPhone, but apparently I had that feature switched off for some reason.
Wow! And a type of situation, if you lose your phone, Find My iPhone or Find My Samsung should always be enabled just in case you lose your phone. And besides, if you knew where your phone was and no one will return it, you could get the authorities involved, as long as they don't smash or turn off the phone. There you go.
This was a pretty sobering experience. There was no way I could have fun knowing my phone was stolen.
Yeah.
My friends told me just worry about it tomorrow. Go to the police station and get their help in tracking it. I went home early that night.
Yeah.
I put a couple slices of bread in the toaster before bed and found my phone on the kitchen counter. It didn't make sense. I signed into it and checked my recent calls. And indeed, someone accepted the call, and it lasted for 25 seconds.
There's a robber in his house. They got his address off of his phone. Oh my fucking god. That's weird, dude.
Someone had been in my apartment to accept the call. That much was clear.
They're probably still in there, too.
I flipped the place upside down looking, screaming for whoever it was to come out from where they were hiding. Of course, this had a lot to do with the liquid confidence from drinking so much that night. I finally called the cops, but considering there was no real proof of any forced entry, and places to hide are basically non-existent in this apartment, they couldn't do anything besides a police report.
Wow!
Nothing seemed to be missing from my apartment. But going to sleep that night, knowing someone had been in my apartment, or even worse, might possibly have still been in there with me, was probably the most uncomfortable night of my life.
Well, yeah, they're probably hiding in the vents and trying not to get caught by you or the police. I would not want that feeling all night, knowing that somebody was hiding out in my apartment.
I was 17 years old, and this happened on a late Sunday night.
Shut up.
My dad and little brother had gone to a Boy Scout campout. My dad was one of the Scoutmasters. I was home alone with my mom for the weekend. She was already in bed at this point. It was about 2 in the morning, and I was just finishing up my late night gaming. I had to go to the bathroom one more time before going to sleep, though. While sitting on the toilet playing games on my phone,
Also, guys, if you see me on throughout the entire video, I'm a little tired.
Bathroom door. Mom, was that you? Mom, I yelled.
Is that its mom or is it an intruder?
There didn't seem to be any logical way to dismiss it. I slowly and nervously opened the door, but there was nobody there. However, my bedroom door was now shut. I was certain I hadn't shut it. I went over to my mom's room and told her that I thought somebody was in my room. She didn't take me seriously. Told me that she didn't know what to tell me. I tried to convince myself that maybe I did shut my door. I opened my door feeling extremely freaked out, and when I snuck a peek into the room, I felt like my heart exploded inside of my chest.
What?
I could see a hand sticking out from behind the dresser in the corner of my room.
Oh no!
Somebody was hiding there. I ran to my mom's room and locked the door behind me. After quietly freaking out, telling her there's a man in the house, she finally believed me and went straight to my phone to call the cops.
Thank you!
I put my ear up against the door to try and hear anything going on outside. I eventually heard the man's footsteps come out from my room and slowly come closer to my mom's room until making it right outside the door, then stopping. I could see the outlines of his shoes through the bottom crack of the door. He tried the doorknob, but thankfully it had a lock.
Oh!
It seemed the lock was enough to persuade him to give up, because I heard him stomp down the stairs and out the front door. I hurried to the window to see which way the man was heading. He got away before the police could arrive, did he? Gone.
Yep. He got away before the police could even show up. Hopefully one of these stories can have an happy ending.
When I was younger, 10 years old at the time, my mom had just started letting me stay home alone. We had been watching my mom's friend's dog. Had just started letting me stay. When I was younger, 10 years old at the time, my mom had just started letting me stay home alone.
Yeah, I get it.
We had been watching my mom's friend's dog while they were on vacation. My mom worked weeknights, so she told me that they would come around back since the dog's cage was right next to the back door, and that I would have to let them in.
Okay.
I sat in the den by the back door, with the dog by my side while I watched TV. He then started to growl and bark, while looking out the window to the dark.
There's someone out there.
I tried to see what he was barking at, but it was too dark. Of course,
there's someone definitely out there because if the dog's barking.
I went over to the door with the dog following me and turned on the patio light. I couldn't see anyone out there.
Probably someone in the bushes hiding.
The dog was still barking.
Ready to get your ass.
I made sure to peek at every corner of the yard, but then I saw someone at the garden by our shed. It looked like my mom's friend.
What?
He seemed to be bending over, picking something up. I assumed she was admiring my mom's garden or something logical. I then received a disturbing phone call. I prioritized answering the phone, as my mom was strict about me always answering the phone when I was home alone. I left the dog to continue barking by the door, as I picked up the phone, hoping it was my mom. And it was. She told me that her friend wasn't going to pick up the dog that night, as they wouldn't be getting home until past midnight. I began to stutter, as the pure horror prohibited me from speaking.
What? They're in the backyard. If he saw his mom's friend in the backyard, and she or he just called her and told her that they wouldn't be able to pick up the dog that night, and wouldn't be home until midnight. Yeah, if they're really in the backyard, that's fucking scary.
Incoherently, I managed to finally blurt out that someone was in our yard, and my mom started screaming like a lunatic. She told me to get up to my room, lock the door, and hide under the bed while my mom called the cops.
Okay.
I obeyed and laid there in silence for a good 10 minutes.
Good.
Until I got a knock at the door. I sprang up and out of the room, making it halfway down the stairs.
I saw a face looking
through the window of our front door. His face, a gun, staring right at me.
Fuck?
A face so unsettling that it disturbs me thinking of it today. I screamed at the guy that the police were on their way, but he didn't move. He insisted on just staring at me like a statue.
Oh! Fucking psycho, dude!
Upstairs, tripping twice, and back to my room. I waited another few minutes before another knock came at the door, followed by a muffled shouting noise.
Police?
It was the police this time. They scanned the whole premises, but the guy was gone.
Damn! 5 minutes!
They took me into custody until my mom arrived at the station.
Woo!
After that incident, she started having a babysitter watch me again.
Wow!
All the way until I was 12.
Okay. Last story, here we go. See, let's hope this one has a better ending. Like, the police catch the bad guy.
A long time ago, my girlfriend and I were looking for a private place to be alone together since our parents were always home.
Oh, you want to get freaky?
There was a vacant house on the corner of our block that hadn't been owned for years. The back door was always left unlocked. I would know because my friends and I had been in there before. We went in through the back.
Okay.
Before we could even get upstairs, there was a knock at the front door. We looked at each other with worry. What if someone had caught us sneaking in? She peeked out the window, but there was no one on the stoop.
What the fuck?
She made sure...
Hang on! Who could be knocking on the fucking front door if the house is abandoned? Obviously, it's gotta be something paranormal, or someone trying to fuck with them. It's either one of the two.
Heard that the door was locked before turning back to me. I assured her it was just some kids playing ding-dong ditch. We made it only halfway up the stairs before the frantic knocking on the door came back. She checked the window again. The porch was still empty.
Wait, didn't you say it
She
was
opened
in
the
a
door
bed,
this time.
or it's just at
Still
your house
couldn't
right
see
now?
anyone. I wanted to look tough
I
to
didn't pay
impress
attention
her,
to the beginning.
so I stepped outside and yelled at the pranksters to try it again. I shut the door and waited behind it, hands on the doorknob, ready to throw the door open. I just waited there for at least a minute. I was about to just forget about it when I heard the blood-curdling scream of my girlfriend.
Oh, God!
I turned to see what she was screaming at, and I screamed as well.
What was it?
Just barely in the dark, we could see the silhouette of a huge humanoid figure very slowly making its way down the stairs.
Ugh!
It was moving in a hovering-like motion.
That's a fucking demon! Y'all need to get the hell out of there! That's a fucking demon. Or unless it's an actual person. If it's floating, going down the stairs, it's a fucking ghost. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge as soon as if I was in that type of situation.
We ran past it just in arm's reach and left the house the way we came. We ran all the way back to my house, both of us out of breath. We know it couldn't have been an old person. They had to be at least 7 feet tall. Nobody was supposed to be living in that house, though. I even asked a friend living across the street from the house, and he said it had been vacant for years. The ghostly way the figure moved made it all the more disturbing.
It's a ghost.
We both agreed to keep quiet about this story.
It's not an actual person. It's a dead person.
Bad thoughts about that night.
That's a ghost. Damn. Yeah, they experienced something paranormal in that house that night. But that is 4 short, true, scary stories by Mr. Nightmare. And I'm pretty much going to wrap it up for this reaction today. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Click the post notifications bell to get notified about new videos and live streams as well. My social media is in the description. You guys can check out my website in the description. You guys can check out my Twitch in the description. If you guys want to check out Mr. Nightmare, I'll leave his channel link in the description and the video and the link to this video right here. All copyright names in the description. Be sure to go subscribe to my Storyfire. Be sure to join the AwesomeGamer community channel Discord. Be sure to go subscribe to my backup channel and my Sonic channel. All links in the description, so be sure to go check those out. Alright, Awesome Gamers, this is your pal Eric TheAwesomeGamer signing out. Have a good day, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!
I hope you die in the fire.